life. Um, I am an intuitive healer. I'm a whole lot of things. I'm an author. I'm a spiritual teacher, a mentor, all of those things. And so I'm coming to you today because I want to share 5 steps to manifesting your dream life. And so I got this title because I started thinking about some of the things that I've been doing myself and some of the changes and the shifts that I've been making in my life. And so manifesting is one of those. And so I wanted to talk about that. And I want to give you some practical tips for it because I know so many people talk about this subject and they talk about manifesting and how you can do it and all that stuff, but many times they don't give you actionable tips and tools to be able to manifest your dream life. And so I want to do that today. So 5 steps to manifesting your dream life. And so the first step would be to take some deep breaths. And so I like to say, I like to shoot for 21, but if you can't get 21, get 10, because sometimes, it's hard for you to take those breaths, especially if you are not used to it. And so when you're taking those breaths, you want to get in your mind and be clear and set clear intentions for what it is that you are desiring. So it could be, a new house. It could be a new car. It could also be that you are wanting to manifest something not so typical. You might want to manifest your dreams. Like you might want to manifest having a certain type of job, or you might want to manifest money without having a job, because that is possible, I'm told. But you might want to manifest a better relationship with your spouse or with your partner or with your people that are in your life, with your children, with your parents, with friends. You might want to manifest friends, because sometimes that's one of the things that you want to do, that many people want to do. They want to manifest friends. And so if this is a thing, what I like to do is I like to breathe in for 5 counts, hold it for 5 counts, and then breathe out for at least 6 or 7 counts, more than you breathe in. So breathe in for 5 like this, hold it for 5, and then breathe out for 6 or 7. So that time I breathed out for 8. So you want to breathe out for more times than you breathe in. It's something about that. It actually takes out a lot of the negativity and all the things that are coming at you, because we all live in this world and so many things come at us. Life begins to life. I mean, there are so many things that can happen with this life. And so that's one of the things that you want to do to help you to connect. And so what that process is helping you to connect to your source, to God, to the universe, to your higher self. It connects you to your spiritual team. So as you do that, you want to, again, set those clear intentions. Begin with an intention. What is it that you are seeking? What are you looking for? What are you desiring? What are you wanting to become a presence in your life? And how can you become present? Because what breathing does is breathing helps to connect you with the presence, with not only yourself, but your spirit team, with God, with the universe, with source, whatever you call him, her, or them. And so you want to connect with your breath in that way. And so when you do it, typically you want to do it slowly. You don't want to breathe, breathe, breathe. That is why you want to do those counts. The counting also helps you to become more present to the breathing, so that your mind isn't going on, dishes that you have to do, or cleaning that you have to do, or work, or other people, or your kids, or your spouse, or the 50,000 million other things that you could be thinking of. And so that is one of the things that, I speak on, and I love to speak on it so that you can begin to learn how to live your dream life and how to manifest it, because that is really what we're talking about here. So the next step in this process is to think about something that makes you, just blissfully happy, something that makes you happy. And that could be, a situation that you've been in that made you happy, or that could be a time you went on vacation somewhere that you enjoyed so much that you still think about it. Or it could be, when you became a mother, or when you became a father, or, a time, if that was a good time. Or it could be, even for me, I love to do songs. So I'll pull a song up, that I love to listen to. Like today I listened to just your imagination, just an illusion. Just an Illusion by Imagination. It's a song from the 80s that I really loved. And so I listened to that, and that helps to raise my vibe. And that is one of the things that you want to do in this process, because you can't manifest when your vibe is low. When you're in a low level vibration, you can't manifest positive things. You can manifest, but not positive things. And what we are talking about is manifesting for your dream life. And so you want to do that. Or like I have another song that I've been listening to for the past week that is my Raise Your Vibe song. And so you can actually do that. You can actually come up with a Raise Your Vibe song for the day, for the week, for the month, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. Michael Jackson is always good for me because I love his stuff, and it really does, make me happy, and especially when I can sing with him. And this song that I've been listening to last week was my Raise Your Vibe song. It was Mary J. Blige, Just Fine. Because that song just takes me to that space where regardless of what's going on in my life, it's just fine. And I know that I can feel the energy behind when she wrote that song. I can feel the energy behind that, because she was in a space where everything was crazy in her life. And then she had to come out with this and make herself happy and say, I'm just fine. And so that's how that song hits me. And that's what it makes me feel like. It's like, I'm just fine. Everything is just fine regardless. When I look in the mirror and I see that I am beautiful, and that I have all of my limbs, and that I'm able to use them, and that I am 55 years old and I don't have any really serious, crazy health issues. I think about that, and I think about all the things that I did to myself and my body that I could have those health issues. Like I used to smoke, and that's not good. I used to drink a lot, and that's not good. And so those are things that I can think about when I hear that song. It just makes me happy, because it's like, just fine, 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 fine. And every time I hear that, it's like, I just want to, woo, like she said. But it's something that raises my vibe, and it makes me happy. And so that is really what you are looking for, and that's what you want to find, is something that raises your vibe. Sometimes people can look at their dog or their cat or their animal, and that helps them to raise their vibe, or pet them. That's another thing that people do, is pet their animals. And that seems to raise your vibe as well, because animals are just so cuddly, and they don't talk back like kids. I think that's why a lot of people have them instead of kids. But anyways, anything that helps you to raise your vibe and helps you to feel happy, because that really is the thing. You want something that makes you feel good regardless of what's going on around you. I'm telling you, this thing works. And so that brings me to the next thing, which is set your intentions. Okay? So set your intentions. Now that you have your high vibe, and you're ready, and you're feeling good, and you're not, feeling depressed and anxious and any of those things, because you have connected with your breath, and then you have done something to raise your vibe. You have, listened to some music like I do, or you have thought about an amazing vacation. Like I can think of one that I went on, and it was one of the first vacations that I took my kids on after me and their father split up. I took them to Disney World for a week, and we stayed in a condo, and we went to, I think Disney World this time. I don't know if it was Disney World or Universal, one of them. We went to one of those theme parks, and we also went to like a go-kart place, and we went to like a fun place where they did games and laser tag and all these things. And the condo had, a nice pool and a fitness room and hot tub and all these things. And so we did all of those things, and it was so much fun. And my kids were so funny, because they were actually all like big teenagers by then. But they were so funny. They were like, Mommy, this is like the best vacation that we've ever been on. And we've been on vacations. But this one was so much fun because we were so relaxed and we were so at peace. And so these are some of the things that you want to look at when you are raising your vibrations. And so now you want to set your intentions. So now that your vibrations are good and you're feeling good and you're feeling good inside yourself and your heart and all these things, you want to set your intentions. So set your intentions. You know, put all of the positive energy into the manifestation. Either you can verbally ask for what you desire, or you can script it out. And so what I did was I created a book. I have a book. I didn't create it, but I bought it. But I'm using it for scripting. So I'm using it to begin to really script out what I desire in my life, because I am a writer, for one thing. The other thing is, for some reason, it's like scripting actually puts it out into the universe. Scripting, or even talking it out. Sometimes you can talk it out, but I like to write, and I like to write it down so I can go back and look at it later. And I can see, you know, how these things are materializing into my life. And so set your intentions. Write it down, script it out, yell it out, put it on a mirror. You know, I write stuff on the mirror with lipstick. Yeah, I'm one of those. So I like write things on the mirror with lipstick, and you know, sometimes it works out really, really well. And then you want to, step number 4 is visualize having it. So the outcome is the part that matters. So you want to visualize the entire process, the outcome of having the thing that you are desiring. And think about it like this. How does it feel when you have it? How does it feel? How does it feel? And what are you going to do? And who are you with? You know, like if you say you're visualizing a new home, and you visualize the new home, you visualize the kitchen, because whatever is important to you in the house. You know, I like a big kitchen, and I would like one with an island, and I would like one with a lot of counter space. All of those things are important to me. I like a nice butler's or chef pantry or whatever they call it, a big old room where you can put your stuff in. I like that. So these are the things that I visualize in my house, because these are the things that I desire. I want to have a nice office. You know, I desire to have a nice office, a nice space that I can do just what I'm doing right now in. And so these are the things that I visualize in having this space. And so whatever it is that and I think about it, my husband is there, you know, I can see, you know, my parents are visiting, you know, my children are visiting. I mean, all of these things. And I can see the pool at the house, you know, I can see myself. I visualize myself in my bed in the house that I desire. I look at the bathrooms, you know, because I want one of those with the separate shower and a separate tub and the big tub, you know, so that my husband and I can both fit in there together. You know, I visualize all of these things. And so that is what you want to do. You want to take yourself really into the space, not just visualizing a house, but visualizing what it looks like. Visualize how you feel in it. That is a whole nother piece to this. Visualize how you feel with the desire that you have set your intention for, the desire that you have scripted about, or that you've talked about. You know, visualize having the thing. And then step number 5. Step number 5 is detach from it all. So take a step back from it. And what that signifies to the universe is that you are trusting. You're trusting in the universe, or in God, in the source, whatever you want to call him, her, or them. But you are trusting in it. And so what that means is you're not thinking about it anymore. You have shut it down. You already did it. You visualized it. You have set your intentions. You know, before this, you did your breathing and connected with the breath. You you raised your vibe by thinking about something that feels good to you, something that was fun, something that you love. You know, like I said, I love to listen to music. I also like to watch movies sometimes that help me to raise my vibe. I love all those things because they take you to a space. And so really, that is really what you are doing, is taking yourself to a space. taking yourself to a space where you have the thing that you desire. And then you don't think about it no more. Then you think about something that makes you happy. You know, you watch a movie, you take yourself away from that so that you're not just continuously focusing on that. Because if you're doing that, then that means that you're thinking about how you're going to get it and all this stuff. No. What that means is that you are not trusting God, universe, source, for the thing that you have already asked for, the thing that you have set the intention for, the thing that you have come into conscious creation for. And so that is, in a nutshell, how to manifest your dream life. So I'm going to go back over those 5 things, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how I actually do those things. So you want to take the deep breaths, and I said 10 to 21. You could take 7 to 21, really. I mean, whatever it takes for you to clear your mind and calm yourself. Because typically, I know for me, I carry a low level anxiety, and I recognize that. I didn't know for years that that was what it was, but once I did, I recognized it. And so I take conscious efforts to calm that and to shut that down consciously. You know, I do all kinds of things. I take the cold shower. I mean, not totally. Like I do the cold one right before I get out. You know, I take baths, and that helps me to chill out. Matter of fact, I have bath soaks that I've created that are amazing just for that. And if you want one of those, just reach out to me. You can reach out to me on any of the platforms that you're on. This one, you can do a comment and tag me. You can also reach out to me on TikTok. I'm on there as Intuitive Tammy. You can reach out to me on Facebook, just Tammy Morrison. Also on Instagram, I think I am really Tammy Y Morrison because somebody had stolen my page year before last, and so they wouldn't let me put my name back again. So I had to do that. So anyway, yes. So these are things that I do. I think about something that makes me feel good. And like I said, I love music. I love music. I love to sing. I love to listen to it. I love music. And so I find usually a good song that I like that helps me to raise my vibe. Something that puts a smile on my face. Sometimes is Beat It, Beat It, you know, Michael Jackson. You know, and last week it was Mary J. Blige, Just Fine, because that was the space I was in. Just fine. I'm just fine. You know, and another thing I want to say is, as you are in this space of manifesting too, watch what comes out of your mouth. Watch what you say. Even when people ask you, you know, how you're doing, watch how you respond. You know, are you just living? Are you existing? Are you feeling bad? Any of those things, because those words are power. And so I have really begun to watch that. So when people ask me, oh, hey, girl, how you doing? I say, I'm great. I am amazing. You know, sometimes I say, man, I won't complain about it. You know, and usually those are the days when I want to complain, but I refuse to. I'm not putting that out into the universe, and I'm not putting that around me. You know, I'm just not doing it. So I have decided, and I've set intentions to typically, you know, when I speak, pay attention to the words that come out of our mouth, because words are important. You know, a lot of people don't think that words are important, but they really are. They really are. Words have power. So watch what you're saying while you're manifesting. Really watch what you're saying all the time, but definitely while you are manifesting, watch what you are saying. So the third thing again is set your intentions. So what do you want? What do you desire? Set your intentions. And the thing I want to say about that is, because when I started this process, I was afraid to do that because I felt like God wasn't paying attention to me. I felt like he didn't care. Because I felt like I had prayed and prayed and prayed for so many years for something to happen that never did. And I was like, oh, maybe God just don't like me. And that was kind of my mindset at that time. You know, I had to really work on myself and shift that, because it was coming into everything for me. You know what I mean? So it was like that was clouding my experience, is what I'm saying. clouding my experience, because that was a way that I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe I'm just not the chosen one. I'm not a person that, God cares about, because clearly I've been praying and that has not worked. So it must be that I need to do something different. That was what I was thinking, because really, I've been a prayer warrior all my life. My grandmother was a pastor, so I grew up in the church, but I have decided that that is not part of my existence. I love God, but I will not do those religions. So, that being said, set your intentions. Decide what it is that you want, because now you're at a space where, you're not in a low level vibration. You can manifest. So set your intentions. Set your intentions. Put it out there to the universe what you want. Write it down. Script it. Like I said, I have a book that I use. And I just bought it from the Dollar Tree. Anytime I see cute little books and I'm in the Dollar Tree or somewhere where, I can get those things very reasonably, I just grab a few, because I know I'm going to use them because I write all the time. But just write it down. You could write it in your phone if that works better for you, because sometimes writing it in your phone does better. So you can write it in your phone, if that works. And then the fourth step would be visualizing having it. So just visualize that you have it, that you are in that space. Visualize that you have that job that you want. Visualize that your business is flourishing like you desire. Visualize it. What does it look like to you? I mean, seriously, what does the money look like in your bank account? What does it look like to help the people that you help, however you help them? What does it look like? What does the flow look like of your business? Some people want a business that functions like, I don't know, I was going to say maybe Allstate. You want a business where, you work 9 to 5 and all this stuff. Oh, hey, thank you. I'm good. You want a business where you work 9 to 5 or whatever. Some people want that. I don't desire that. I want a business that flows like I do. I want a business that, I can work a couple of days a week, or not. I want that, and that is my desire. So that's how I envision. So you want to envision whatever it is that you desire, and don't even think about it hard. Just put yourself in that space. I talked earlier about envisioning the house that you desire. So you desire this house. What does it look like? What does it feel like when you're in it? How your dogs feel when they in the house. How do your children act when they're in the house, if you have those, or the ones even like mine that may come. How do you envision that? What does it feel like? Does it feel like home? Does your kitchen look like you want it to look? Does your living room, describe all of those things when you script, and also when you talk it out. Because a lot of times talking it out is awesome. Scripting, I love. So all of those things. So you want to visualize having the thing. Visualize it. Just look inside your heart and see this thing already done. And then the fifth step is detaching from it all. Taking your mind off of it. Completely detaching. Because what that does is signifies to the universe, to God, to the source, that you trust. That you are trusting that whatever this thing is yours. Whatever your desires are, it has happened for you. So you want to do that. And how you do that is you take your mind off it by putting it on something else. Pick something again that makes you happy. Listen to some music. Watch a good movie. All of those things are wonderful things. And then you want to keep yourself in a positive vibration. So if at all possible, and I know that it is because I have, struggled through this, and I say struggle because I struggled through it. I am a positive person. However, there were times when I would feel so bad because some of the things that I desired weren't happening, and I couldn't figure out why. And I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Because I was doing the things that I was told to do, the things that I had learned in different spaces, different circles, different groups, all these things. And so I did. And then when I decided to really start tapping into me, and really studying me and learning all the things about me, and also taking some things back from my past and actually deconstructing it and taking it apart and seeing, what was that about and why was that and what were the lessons of that. And then also allowing, getting in that space of allowing yourself to feel good regardless, regardless. Getting in that space of allowing yourself to feel really, because I don't know about anybody else, but for me, that was a difficult spot because I felt like, and I read an article the other day about children that grew up really fast. And that was me. I grew up really fast. So I feel like, I know I have a mother energy because I have felt like I've been a mother all my life. I've been, when I was about 10, I was helping my mama raise her kids. Yeah. And so this is the space that I was in. And so I've been there. And so it feels like to me like I've been mothering people for over 40 freaking years. And sometimes I don't want to do it because I'm tired. I need a break. And so sometimes I have decided to take a break and set intentions that, I'm going to detach from that as well. So, once you study yourself and you figure out who you are and you really, and the thing is this a journey? It's not, you study yourself today and then tomorrow you know everything. That don't work like that. It is a process. It is a journey. That's why they call life a journey because it's a journey. And so, as you move through this and as you begin to, work on your manifesting journey, because here's the thing, y'all, we manifest every day anyway, regardless of what you manifest. Sometimes you manifest good, sometimes you manifest bad. And what I'm telling you today is how to manifest good all the time, because we can actually get in that space. I think Abraham Hicks was talking about that one day. I was listening to her, and she was saying, that is a space that, not only do you want to get into it, but Source wants you to be there. Wants you to be there. That's how you were created. We were created in the image and the likeness of God, universe, Source. And so that is the space. If God was the creator, the ultimate creator, then what do you think you are? You are a creator. We are all creators, and we create every day. Many times not consciously. Hey, Lily, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. D, how you doing, Dr. D? I think isn't that you? But yeah, so you want to, really work on consciously creating, because every day, we are creators every single day. We're creators every day, but what are you creating? Are you creating more hell and more heartache and more crap in your life? Or are you creating the things that you truly desire? And that is what I am so excited to share today. Because I really believe that if we all would get on this page and really begin to consciously create, oh my God. Oh, yes, I am. I will definitely send you a message. But I am just excited about it because I know that this is the space. Because 2024 is our year of, it's a number 8 year in numerology. So think about the 8. What is the 8? Infinity. Infinity. And when I think about infinity, I think about, y'all, I think about Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. Y'all know I'm silly. I love movies. And I used to watch all those kid movies with my kids. I love them. And my brothers and sisters too. Yeah. But yeah, I think about that. It's like to infinity and beyond. It's time. Prosperity is here for you if you want it. Abundance is here for you if you desire. So all you got to do is do this process and begin to really focus on your manifestations, as well as the end part, detaching from it, allowing God, source, universe to do what they do and trusting that is happening. It's kind of like when you go to a fast food restaurant, You know, I'm going to use McDonald's. Only thing I really eat from McDonald's typically is ice cream. And I don't even know if that's real, but I like it. And I don't do it often. But you go through a fast food restaurant. Are you going to go back there and help the people make your food? No, you're not going to do that. You go to a regular restaurant. You sit down. You have a nice meal. You going to go back there and help the people make your steak or your crabs or your seafood or your whatever you're having, your vegetables, if that's what you do. Are you going to go back there and help the people make them just because you ordered it? No. You are going to trust that they're going to bring your food like you like it. Sometimes that's a big trust. Because sometimes when you sit down and they bring the food out, it's not what you ordered, or it don't look like you think it should look, or you don't know what it is, all that kind of stuff. But you trust. So same thing. You don't want to go, in the kitchen and make your food and stuff like that, because if that was the case, you could stay your behind home and eat. So you want to definitely be in that space where you are trusting. Now, I'm not saying that that's easy, because I am telling you that I have been on this journey for a while, long time. I mean, I think I started on this journey probably a solid 10, 11 years ago, when God told me to leave the place I was at because it was time for me to go, and yeah. And so I didn't realize it was not only a physical place, it was an emotional place, it was a spiritual place. It was all kinds of places. It was time for me to go, and I did. And when I did, it set me on this trajectory, on this path of enlightenment and understanding and the shift. And I'm grateful and excited about it. But I'm going to probably get off here, but I wanted to just really talk a little bit about this, because I know that this is a space that so many are in. And I want to be somebody that can encourage you in this space, because it's not easy. It's really not easy. It's not easy, but it is. You see how I did that? I just shifted that right there. It is easy. It is easy. However, you have to make a decision and set an intention. Just set an intention. And also, and it's a learning process. It's a learning process, because all of us on this journey are learning, and we have been learning. And, a lot of times too, it is an allowing. It's a space of allowing. It's time for us to allow, and trust. So trust is a big thing. It's a huge thing. It is a huge thing. Huge. So again, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I would love it if you would follow me on TikTok, because I'm on there and I do lives there as well. And if you need to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on TikTok in the messages. You can reach out on Facebook in the messages. I'm Tammy Morrison on Facebook. I think I'm Intuitive Tammy on TikTok, and I'm also 𝐑𝐄𝐋 Journey to Wellness. I have 2 pages on that. One of them is I'm dedicating to my journey to wellness, because I've, committed to working out daily, and looking at my diet, and looking at not only my diet physically with the food, but also my diet mentally with all kinds of things, with what's going on inside. My diet spiritually, because there are some things that, we have to look at in that area. You can't eat everything. My grandma used to say, eat the meat and spit out the bones. So, just because, so-and-so is saying this, does that work for you? And that is the space. That's the space. Does it work for you? Yes, I love some of these people that are talking. I love some of the things that Joe Dispenza is talking about. I love some of the things that Dr. Bruce Lipton is talking about. However, I'm not blindly following anybody. I'm listening, and if it applies and if it resonates with me, then yes, I will take it. But if not, then I'm going to leave it. And I'm okay with that. And I think you should be as well. Even me, I say things, if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, leave it. And then on the other token with that is, I'm not gonna bash the person for what they're saying if it doesn't resonate with me, because that is their journey. It's not mine. You know what I mean? And it's their truth. And I'm gonna speak mine regardless of what anybody says, because it's my truth and I can speak it. And my throat chakra is open. All right. So anyway, I am so excited about coming on here today. I've committed to being on here at least a few times a week because I really want to build this channel and I want to monetize here. Just because I've been on here for 5 years, it's time. It's time, and I'm ready. And sometimes we feel like we're ready and we feel like we want to manifest something, but then once we start moving toward it, we feel the fear, wherever you feel fear. And that's another thing, and I'm going to do a video on that as well. Where do you feel the fear? For me, I feel it in my stomach intensely, and sometimes in my head. Sometimes I get like a freaking headache and I don't know what that's about. Nothing. And usually it's something like that. But where do you feel the fear? And so you start feeling it, and then you realize that, just because you say you're ready for something, you might not be ready for it. And God, universe, source knows this. And so, so we definitely want to be considerate of that as well. So again, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. And I hope that your day is magical and that you are manifesting the desires of your dreams. Have a wonderful rest of your day and continue to watch, to like, share, and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos and help me monetize. I need about 2,500 watch hours now. So if you can watch some videos and help a sister out, I appreciate that. So again, have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, weekend, and I will see you next time, maybe on TikTok. So join me over there. Bye now.